Okay, sorry, I just want to make sure everything was working. Alrighty, everybody. Oh, we need to do blah blah. There we go. Welcome back, everybody, into the Nexus gaming series. My name is Bahamut. I am back, bringing you some awesome Heroes of the Storm casting, content, and all that good stuff in between. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Bad Rats, with a Kael'thas, Imperius, Garrosh, Tychus, and Lucio. On the right-hand side is going to be Zul'jin Distillery with a Stukov, Tassadar, Falstad, Dahaka, and Johanna. We got a Twitch prediction going on right now for how many level 1 stacks for Kael'thas by the end of the game. Will he have 40 or more? 39 or less. We're on the old UI because this game is booty farts. So we're just going to be on the old UI for hopefully just this series. I don't know what happened. Some weird Heroes of Storm patching. Big surprise. Thank you very much, Kaimo, for that. Good morning, Keyless. Good morning, Raka. What's up, everybody? Oh, good to see all of you. Watching Lexi play Baldur's Gate 3 with crowd control, and you have ideas. Oh, wonderful. Well, I look forward to it. Dwit's going to be taking a bit of damage here. Steps up with the Condemn. Gets thrown by Garrosh. The Gravity Lapse is going to be denied by the Iron Skin activation as the Force Wall from Tassadar locks Tychus in place. And a Shield Glare will be the end of that engagement. Ding Dong almost going down, but no kill onto Tychus just yet, as another Regeneration Globe will go over to Kael'thas. Another Groundbreaker from Garrosh. Living Bomb applied to the Johanna, but she'll be fine for the time being. Taking a look back into the top lane, we do have our Imperius landing a good old stab on the Dahaka, misses the drag. Did go into Enhanced Agility level 1. We got Q build for the Falstad, Tassadar with Psionic Storm. Oh, and Kael'thas with 3 Regeneration Globes currently. Make it 4! Alrighty. Well, first objective phase is here. Waiting to see what the engagement will be looking like. Just going to peek into top lane here and there, see how the back and forth between the two solo laners is going as the Lurking Arm from Stukov does go down. And our Garrosh will live. He will not be taken down. Weighted Push thrown onto 2. Lucio still keeping that healing coming through as that Garrosh will be able to tap well, get back onto the point. Looks to toss and ground break Falstad. Barrel rolls through the enemies. The Living Bomb is applied, and First Blood does go over to the left-hand side as Tassadar. Damage over time will be enough to take down Kael'thas in the trade. A Groundbreaker onto lead. And that'll be the end of the engagement. We trade our ranged assassins. As we take a look back into top lane, Nutcracker seems to be doing pretty good up against Vinix.
Almost a year.
Hey, Hansi, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming for 11 months, almost a year of support. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And welcome back to the Bahamuts. That's a free raffle ticket into the Baja Rouse giveaway for you. We have our Zergway being channeled. What's... Thank you, forget what. Good shock ray coming through onto Logically, who's trying to back away, and we'll be able to do so just fine. Dahaka activates what little essence he has, and this Imperius will land the Celestial Charge. One more auto attack. The Solarian Flare would have been enough to take him down, but doesn't get the hit, and that'll be Dahaka living for the time being. Led with the Living Bomb applied, the Flame Strike does not connect, and this will be Stukov able to get away fine. Your back hurts and you don't know why. Probably because you're getting old. That's the only logical answer I can throw at it. What's up, ISO? Good to see you. Uh-oh, a drag into top lane. Dahaka trying to put some pressure onto this Imperius. Does activate his Molten Armor. And no Lurker Strain value to slow or any damage to get a kill. Alright, still 1-to-1 in kills. Zergwave 76 to 84 on both sides. Or for, excuse me. 76 on the left-hand side for Bad Rats and 84% for Zul'jin Distillery. Level 7 almost here for both sides, and we're just waiting to see what our next engagement looks like. Garrosh anchoring in the rotation between. Falstad chilling in the bush. He's going to fly down to bottom. Garrosh gets back onto the bottom control beacon. Falstad looking to maybe float on over to that. Get the channel here. Finish up that last 16%. Gets it past 50, but Lucio and Garrosh stepping up with this Tychus will be an... Oh, hold on. Led getting thrown out of position. A good handful of damage into the Stukov. He'll be able to heal up. The weighted pustule goes out. Falstad barrel rolls in, gets the kill, but now Befreesh needs to be out of this engagement. I thought I had something better with that. Ding Dong gets chunked a little bit right there, but it doesn't look like any other trades or any other kills would be happening. Lucio dead for the next 8 seconds. Yeah, close on the wave on both sides, I agree. Dwight gets a healing pathogen, but I don't think that Iron Skin will be enough, and that's going to be Tychus getting the kill into Johanna. Once again, traded kills. And our Zerg waves will be 67% to 100%, favoring the members of Zul'jin Distillery. And for those of you wondering for the Twitch prediction, Kael'thas currently on 13 regeneration gold, 39 Q stacks for our Falstad. Not too bad with that one. Kael'thas doing his best to clear out the wave, living bombs, flame strikes, Tassadar applying some more siege potential with Psionic Storms, but doesn't seem like Ding Dong cares too much. You heard Bing Bong and I thought I was watching Dead by Daylight. My apologies. Looks like the Imperius does get the kill onto Dahaka in top lane.
Resetting pens as per protocol.
And Falstad, it looks like. So top lane Fort Front Gate goes down, bottom lane. So basically similar trades, actually a little bit. Oh, is my camera locking? There we go. Similar trades, just a little bit more siege in that top lane. Sorry, I got super itchy. Dahaka brush talks into this engagement. The gravity last from Kael'thas going through. A toss onto the Johanna. As Dahaka lands a drag, Indomitable to maybe get this Garrosh out. He lands the Groundbreaker. Does he have a Blood Craze to get a little bit of healing? And no, it doesn't look like it's happening. Imperius almost gets a counter kill. Nice Flame Strike will confirm a counter kill. Though Befreesh with this Falstad, tons of chunky damage, and it does not look like the engagement continues. Once again, another trade, but still, the kills will lead for the side of Bad Rats. Okay, so clearing things out in top. Take a look here really quickly on our stackages. 52 for Falstad. 2 stacks on Enhanced Agility for our Dahaka. We'll have 61 in the Rhythm stacks for the Tychus. We also have 20 Regeneration Globes for Kael'thas, so he's halfway to that Twitch prediction for the Believers. So Siege Camp is grabbed. We'll have that for bottom lane. We do have this Bruiser Camp pushing in through bottom. Couple Goliaths, you got a Raven as well. But all these camps will be cleared away. It looks like we do have Bruiser and Siege Camp to be traded in top lane as well. Trading camps, trading experience, and waiting for the beacons to pop up, which are going to be here in the next 25 seconds. 10 talent tier almost here at the top of our screen. Let's see what we got going on for this. We got an Indomitable, Angelic Armament, as well as our Phoenix for Kael'thas. We'll be seeing a Commandeer Odin and Soundberry on the opposing side. Massive Shove, Black Hole, Gust, Bless Shield, and Dahaka. Isolation. I was like, are you really going to go Adaptation in this game? I guess maybe into the Imperius, but nah. Isolation. As the siege in top lane is opened up a little bit, or the top lane Fort Front Gate is opened up a little bit by our 2 globals. Over in the bottom lane, some shield glares going out. Tychus looking to step up with a tiny grenade to the face of lead. Phoenix thrown in from French. Low cooldown. It is 10 more mana than a Gravity Lapse, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like 90 mana versus 80. So it's not that much of a waste. And also the other thing too is it's free siege. Low cooldown as well, as I mentioned, 60 seconds. Oh, actually, I think it's like 10 less than Gravity Lapse. Actually, I think it costs less than Gravity Lapse to use your Heroic for Kael'thas. Can I... No, not in this UI. I can't check it in this UI, right? Because this UI is doo-doo butts. A Bless Shield into the enemies. A Black Hole comes out from Tassadar. Huge Shock Ray. The Sound Barrier comes out a little too late, and Kael'thas does go down. A Gust from Falstad pushes this Garrosh out of position, but he's going to go ahead and throw Falstad in with an Indomitable as well. Another Hammering from Falstad confirms the kill, and Garrosh does go down. All right, 5 kills to 4, favoring the members of Zul'jin Distillery. The double global composition seems to be working out okay. Little Lurker Strain bop into our Imperius, misses the Celestial Charge. Here comes Ankle Shot, the Angelic Armament activated. That is going to be denied. Oh my god, Imperius, I don't think you're going to make it out of this one alive here, homie. And he does go down. Good rotation from Ankle Shot in the top lane. Raka, my friend Simon sent me a very interesting video recently of someone mixing essentially 1/3 Sprite, 1/3 Mountain Dew, 1/3 Powerade Blue. And they were like, yeah, it's just like Baja Blast. And the video had someone testing it, and they were like, it is. And apparently it's cheaper, but that does not matter. What matters is Garrosh going down right there. Dahaka with a nice brush stalk in, finds the connection with a drag. Tassadar with the last little bit of damage needed. We do have our Zerg channel once again. Tassadar goes down to the Commandeer Odin Annihilation shots. That range is something to be worried about, as that's going to be Annihilation shot. That line shot down into Dahaka's. Lucio doesn't chase in, and Dwit does not get taken out. Oh, after this game, Rack, I'll find you the video. I'll find you the. It's. I actually watched it and I was like blown away by it. It doesn't look exactly the same, but apparently they said it tastes exactly the same. Granted, nowadays you can just buy Baja Blast in cans at the store, so it's not like it's not like 5 or 6 years ago when it was like this illustrious thing that you could only get in the store. Oh, forget what? Yes, I saw the video you sent me. Yes, I did. Yes, yeah. No, I'm good. I think we'll skip that recipe. Bless Shield from the Johanna here, trying to back away in bottom lane. Tassadar comes through with the Black Hole, trying to push back the enemies. The Art Skin activation, as well as a Shield Glare too going out. Some Regeneration Globes gathered to bolster some of these health bars and mana bars as well. Healing Pathogen to heal up a little bit more. 13 talents here on both sides. 6 to 7 in kills. As our Zerg wave, 76 to 22%, favoring the side of Bad Rats. Imperius has the top lane channel. Dahaka meanders his way for a Regeneration Globe. 5 stack. Ooh, 69 Q stacks for our Falstad. 5 enhanced agility stacks. 33 Regeneration Globes for the Kael'thas right now. As here come our Zerg waves. Big blue wave in the bottom lane. Force Wall from Tassadar. Good Gravity Lapse flank into the Kael'thas. Phoenix as well. Ankle Shot gets a nice Healing Pathogen activation. With the bio kill switch for that bolstered health. Phoenix will expire. There's a massive shove not connecting onto Ding Dong, who's able to dash away and Commandeer Odin, and now starts to just annihilate this fort in the bottom lane. Another dash forward. Ragnarok missiles coming out. Some annihilation shots as well. Groundbreaker into toss. Ankle Shot throws back a black hole and just mops up the fight. My gosh. A triple kill goes over to the side of Zul'jin Distillery. Make it a quadra kill as Falstad Gus sets up that one. And Dahaka over in the top lane gathers another Regeneration Globe. This bottom lane Zerg wave will be cleared away. $35 Regeneration Globes for the Kael'thas. 82 Q stacks on the Falstad. And here comes an Archangel. Based on structure HP and such, I believe the Archangel should go to bottom lane. And if the next Zerg wave is picked up by Zul'jin Distillery, that'll go into bottom lane as well. Or I guess the Zul'jin Distillery Zerg wave either way is going to go into bottom lane, since you still get that at least one Ultralisk and a couple Lings in there. Well, this is going to be a nice push into bottom. Sets up or opens things up for the Zerg push that could be game winning coming up next. We'll have to see. That's a dragon to Imperius. Yikes. He face checks a bush. And I think he might have just missed the communication, missed the mini-map, because definitely his teammates saw that the enemies were on this camp over here, and he just steps up, gets dragged, gets taken down. So the Archangel in bottom lane will be managed here. It's not going to confirm the fort. It's going to get it down pretty low. But Tychus sustained damage, as well as, Lucio as well as decent sustained damage either way. Archangel's cleared away. Top lane siege does continue. As we've got 15 and a quarter to 17, so a level and 3/4 lead or so over to the side of Zul'jin Distillery, who are just running the map at this point. They're going to go ahead and push up top lane. The enemy team responds. And realistically, with the talent tier advantage, they could be looking for a team fight, but instead they say, you know what, we'll just grab more camps, we'll grab more experience, and maybe we can find another kill into Imperius in bottom lane. Nah. We're going to paint the map red. The members of Bad Rats will be able to get their level 16, so at least it's even talent tiers and all of that. Sorry, just skimming talents and some of the other stackages stuff we have. Subdue for the Johanna's not done. 118 stacks for the Tychus. 84 for our Falstead with his Q build, sorry. Bless Shield into the Kael'thas immediately. The Living Bomb's applied. A huge black hole. There's a massive Arcane Barrier activation as well as the Sound Barrier from Lucio. Ding Dong is slowly being taken down. Tassadar wants the kill as Kael'thas will be taken out. That's going to be Imperius and Dahak on the left-hand side as Lucio gets taken down on the top right. Ding Dong does make it out alive. Unfortunately for our Garrosh, he will not. And Zerg Pen can be filled up, but honestly, I wonder if they just push into the keep in top lane. They've already opened it up. They've got a wave crashing in. Dahak has got the right idea in my book, but it seems like, nope, they're going to go ahead, let Dahak split soak. And this will be Zerg channeled over to the right-hand side. Condemn from Johanna. Trying to body block onto Ding Dong here. Imperius moving over to the right side, taps the well. This is the Celestial Charge onto Led, who's going to tank a couple tower shots. Top keep does go down. Massive shove into the fort. And a Q from Falstead will be able to take down the structure in bottom. And here comes the Zerg wave building up in bottom lane. That Archangel opened things up a little bit. Nice macro play overall, but it seems like the red squad of Zul'jin Distillery have painted the map red. Boss and all 4 camps have been picked up. Nothing really to do here, except reset some mana bars and get into bottom lane and look for a potential game-winning push. Double global composition on Brax's holdout seems to be working out for Zul'jin Distillery. Seems to be. All right, well, let's see what ends up happening, though. Odin's been summoned. Phoenix is available for Kael'thas if he wants to throw that out into the Zerg wave when it arrives. There's going to be the Phoenix summoning, using the Living Bomb as well to zone some of the enemies back. The Annihilation Missile's trying to get some line shots into the Zerg wave, which has been halved almost, down to 50%. Huge damage onto Garrosh. The Black Hole comes out. Beautiful Sound Barrier from Lucio to save Garrosh in this instance. An ally toss. And it looks like Imperius will be able to live with the Angelic Armament, and I can't believe it. Garrosh still lives, but that is bottom lane keep taken down. And the members of Zul'jin Distillery move in towards core. A Celestial Charge missing. Kael'thas displaced and will be taken down. Ding Dong is going to be found by a Shock Ray of Tassadar and burst damage of our Falstad. It looks like map number 1 is going to be going over to the side. Jesus Christ, Imperius just got deleted. But that'll be GG going over to the right-hand side of Zul'jin Distillery. Well played. All right. Well, sorry to the Kael'thas believers. It is literally 39. 39 or less. Never believe in Kael'thans. One of these days I'll figure out how to cast properly.
Heroes.
Welcome back, everybody, into the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Bad Rats down in this best-of-3 series. Here in Division C, we have a gray main, the Lost Vikings, Johanna, Anduin, and Tassadar. On the right-hand side, it's going to be the Zul'jin Distillery up in the series, looking for a quick 2-0. We got a Diablo, Dahaka, Sylvanas, Li Ming, and Stukov. Our Twitch prediction is going to be, will Tassadar finish his static charge by the end of the game? Will he get the 200 stacks by the end? He needs to hit 50 heroes. No, he needs to hit 40 heroes. Sorry, math was a little difficult there. I wasn't even streaming today, and math is difficult. I woke up an hour earlier than I needed to today. Lurking arm down from Stukov. No! Anduin, I think, would have been out alive if he just kept running away, but unfortunately, he does get taken down. First blood does go over to the side of Zul'jin Distillery. And a Viking will be taken down as well. Little reset for Li Ming. Another Arcane Orb thrown out, but no connection onto the enemies. If Zul'jin Distillery doesn't invade enemy boss at 5 minutes, I'll be disappointed. Will your disappointment be measurable?
Hero slain.
Another Viking to be lost here. Apologies. Sorry, Kaimo threw a big fancy word into chat. And, I have no idea how to pronounce that outside of dithylamine. Yeah, nailed it right there. Their saliva is an anticoagulant. You hear an anticoagulant. Got him. I've actually heard that, so mosquitoes are attracted to your CO2. And so whenever, because I have a neighbor who's like, yeah, dude, mosquitoes always go after me. And I was like, you just put out too much CO2. Just stop putting out so much CO2, dude. Stop breathing so heavy. It's easy. Make your skin less porous or something. I don't know. Anyways, Viking will be taken down. Let's focus back in on the game. We don't need to talk about bugs anymore. Or maybe we can after the game is over. Level 4s will be here on both sides. The Vikings did go into Viking Bribery level 1. Unfortunately, with this UI, we cannot check where they are with that, right? Correct. Nor can we check on... Oh, I guess we can check on Viking Horde stacks. But there's no way for me to actually see player models in the game because I don't have the good UI. So Sylvanas will clear out things on top with their Stukov. It looks like the Tassadar and Johanna still hanging out on top right now. A shield glare does go out. Sustained damage into Ding Dong. Vikings did go into Mercenary Lord at level 4, so they do have that buff onto Siege Giants and Bruiser camps around them. Weighted Pushel activated onto this Tassadar. Not a whole lot of mana left. Throws down a Force Wall. Ooh, Beef Reach is a little low. Shock Ray from Tassadar is not going to find anything. Meanwhile, mid lane, Diablo finds a Shadow Charge onto the Greymane. Overpower. The Fort Front Gate is still focusing on to the minion wave in front of it. And in bottom lane, Dahaka's pushed up quite a bit with the Siege Giants. It looks like the entire Fort Front Gate has been taken down. First objective phase is here. Dahaka activates the Dark Swarm. A Chastise from Anduin goes out. Does have Piercing Light level 4. Tassadar on 10 stacks currently, for those wondering. The Twitch prediction is still going. Little Celestial Charge. Nice drag onto Tassadar, but the Arcane Orb connects into the Iron Skin of Johanna. Leap of Faith to pull Tassadar to safety. Dahaka burrows under the ground, has that Lurker Strain level 4. There's a Chastise onto Dahaka. He's going to tap the bush a couple times and back away. Does have Enhanced Agility at level 1. Arcane Orb thrown in from Li Ming, zones the Greymane. Johanna steps up and is sub-done. 3 minutes, 45 seconds into the map. As Dwight goes in with a Shadow Charge. May have made a mistake trying to do this, but it doesn't seem like it's being punished currently. What a beautiful roll from Greymane and a fantastic Chastise from Anduin. Niam will get one delay from the Stukov with that long pitch level 4. A drag from Dahaka onto the Johanna in front of the Fort Front Gate, but she has Iron Skin and that's activated. Sylvanas is actually taken down by the Vikings. I'm not sure where, but I guess she did go down to some Vikings. Alrighty, and after our first engagement, our first objective, 40 stacks on the Tassadar for the believers and the doubters. Johanna is sub-done. A little lurking arm from Stukov to zone, no low blow level 1. Did go into trait at level 1 and 4 with the reactive Ballista Spores and Revigorous Uptake. The overpower onto French, who gets leapt to safety. That Razor Swipe was cued in to go a different direction, but it doesn't matter. A drag onto Ding Dong. The body blocking is pretty good. Steed Charge level 7 to safety. Johanna will be using one of the best Diablo 3 abilities for the Crusader and will be able to make it out alive. And if you disagree with me, leave a comment below. Or argue with me in Twitch chat. Why not? Viking goes in, looking at angle shot with that slow off of Olaf. The objective phase does get channeled by our Anduin here. Sorry, I had a random thought. I was like, what if I got a bunch of friends and tried to, like, speedrun Diablo 3 with them on stream? Not sure if that'd be doable. All I gotta say is, after playing so much Diablo 2 lately, I very much, man, I very much love Diablo 2. By the way, for Crushinator, it is 5 minutes and 53 seconds in, and it is going to be Bad Rats in the blue with a boss for bottom, Zul'jin Distillery in the top right, grabbing their own. No invade under the Camp Crush. Time for you to be disappointed.
The choice is simple.
Division B would. Oh, Dahaka looks for another drag. We have the top lane fort going down to the boss in top lane. Big surprise on that. Bottom lane will be pushed in by the members of Bad Rats, so we'll see forts traded in the respective lanes as the boss in top lane is actually fairly healthy still. It's going to get some great damage onto the keep front gate, though a fight in bottom lane may break out. Dahaka burrows, Blessed Shield misses. Tassadar with the Force Wall down. A Shock Ray going out. Let's see, what do we have for heroics, though? Black Hole, Light Bomb, Blessed Shield, Play Again, and Go for the Throat. On the opposing side, Massive Shove, Disintegrate, Wailing Arrow, Isolation, and the Apocalypse. Activation of Set Apocalypse. The Light Bomb is the answer. Disintegrate from Li Ming, trying to get a reset off with the Grey Mane. French is able to roll away with a couple hundred HP, not even. Tassadar does go down, as he did throw out that Black Hole. A lurking arm from Stukov of Disintegrate from Li Ming, but it's not going to be enough. The Isolation did connect onto the Johanna as the Magic Missiles perfectly lined up by Dwit there. That, honestly, that overpower was, like, perfectly in line. Meanwhile, by the way, the boss in top lane is going to be taken down. The catapult was pushed up. It fixates onto the structure, and that's going to be with the minion wave getting this down to nearly 50%. The Viking will be able to take care of that. The bottom lane fort takes a bit of damage. Diablo tanking tower shots, but he's got a healing pathogen from Stukov. Currently, by the way, 70 stacks on our Tassadar, 4 stacks for the Dahaka on enhanced agility, 2 piercing light stacks in the Anduin, and Johanna is sub-done. For those that don't know, that means she's done with subdue. What's up, Mel? How you doing, bud? I don't even know that anymore. Walks away in the rain. You should, Crush, just send them the sad Hulk walking away. Like the credits thing from like the original Hulk. Good overpower into the of the Arcane Orb of Li Ming. The Disintegrate comes through as well. Dahaka is still trying to chase in. Sylvanas as well. The Isolation, but the Steed Charge activates at the tail end of that Isolation. And we have 2 out of 3 tribute points to both sides. 13 talents here on both sides. 2 to 6 in kills. As a weighted pustule finds a Viking, Diablo shall be able to smash that Eric into Viking paste. Right. Dahaka waiting for the wave in top lane to be pushed up. Vikings currently with 34 regeneration globes. A force wall down from Tassadar. Lurking arm is the answer back from Stukov. Said Tassadar does tap well. Greymane with the Inner Beast active. There's an Apocalypse activated by the Diablo. Catches the heel of the Johannes. The Chastise does come out from Anduin. The Black Hole pushing back the Diablo's. Greymane lunges in and goes for the throat, taking down Diablo. Souls will reset. There's Lead almost able to back away, but that Force Wall denies any sort of retreat, and Stukov falls as well. A double kill over to the side of Bad Rats, who really needed some sort of experience or some sort of kills to kind of even up the score overall. Right, so with the reset on Diablo's souls, Dahaka's gonna try and delay a little bit here. Johanna's arrived as well. Dahaka lands the drag onto Olaf. He gets the little jump activation. 30-second cooldown. Diablo in the bush. Johanna's just gonna step up and say, you know what, I've got buttons. I've got some buttons that I can press if I need to get away. So Dahaka should get 1 drag here, or 1 delay. No, he's actually gonna get a drag onto Greymane. Same sort of setup. French has dropped to below 50%, but the curse still goes over to the side of Bad Rats, and we have a Viking already pushing the bottom, a Viking in mid as well. There will be a consolation prize of this Bruiser Camp for mid, But either way, I mean, we see this just step up into Dahaka. He's like, I got the fort for safety. Nah, bud, no, you don't. Bless you from the Johanna. She looks to back away through that sidewall. And there's a Shadow Charge into Greymane. The Leap of Faith is going to be a Kaimo Cleanse. And Greymane does go down. The isolation into Anduin is pretty good right there. Is there any sort of follow-up potential? I don't see a drag or anything like that, but meanwhile, Vikings in mid, Viking in mid and Viking in bottom are currently getting humongous value. That's a Wailing Arrow, a Leap of Fate to pull Ding Dong to safety. Another jump from the Vikings to be able to back away. Dahaka's trying to clear things out in bottom. Viking in mid is clearing out the camp that was grabbed, but the minion wave working onto the fort. And overall, Viking wasn't even lost here in top lane. Greymane the only one taken down, but that was earlier in the engagement. This will be mid fort going down. Viking in top lane or bottom lane almost gets this keep here, but that's still tons of value. The Apocalypse activation from Diablo. I think he was trying to take down Andu and Johanna here. Ding Dong tries to get away, but unfortunately the Steed Charge this time doesn't help out, or doesn't get the disengage they're hoping for. Now Diablo and friends will invade this camp. I mean, I can't blame them. French almost goes down. Sylvanas chases in. Olaf large and in charge, able to get a small stun to create a little bit more room, and that ally is able to back up just fine. All bosses are up on both sides. We've got our Viking continuing to push up things in bottom. Tassadar stackage at 115. 3 stacks on Piercing Light for the Anduin. 7 out of 10 stacks on the Enhanced Agility. Diablo with the Devastating Charge. 3 out of 5 on that one. And no other questing talents to mention. As bosses will be oh, wait a second. Invade potential is high. Diablo's here. Can I get vision? Light Bomb on the Oh, yeah, that did not really go well for Diablo right there. A little too fast. A little too fast. The allies were not able to rotate it in time, so mid lane will be cleared away, and yeah, that's a little unfortunate. A bit, you know, chomping at the bit a little too fast there. Meanwhile, though, Boston top lane will arrive to the keep, and I'm trying to think, like, I feel like it's going to be close. Because the Greymane Tassadar damage is really good, but the boss damage is straight onto the keep right now. He's just going to keep on slapping. Keep on slapping. Anyways, that bad jokes aside, let's go ahead and see what we have here in bottom lane. This should be mostly cleared out by the time it arrives at the keep. It is very low, but I don't think this will be any sort of loss on structure. Or maybe? No, they've got it. Everyone comes to the stream for the Heroes of the Storm casting, stays for the Bandit, and usually leaves because of my horrible jokes. Alright, just peeking around the map, we got some camps up and available soon. Looks like a Bruiser camp for mid, Siege camp for top. Those are really the only close ones available. It looks like Greymane goes down to Dahaka. Sorry, Greymane takes down Dahaka in bottom lane.
Tribute or face my cut.
Another tribute's up and available on the bottom right of the map. Half a level to go for 20 talent, and what's the game plan right now? Anduin a little far forward right there, rotating into this. We're pushing up in bottom lane. Johanna gets the vision, very important. I mean, no minion wave really available. Greymane takes out the sidewalls. Inner Beast active. Looks like he's got the range increase as well. Li Ming poking here and there. A lurking arm down from Stukov. Inner Beast will expire from French. And the Viking will be able to grab the channel on the objective. 2 out of 3 for both sides, but it's 20 talents here on the left-hand side. Force Barrier for the Tassadar is a big one. Blinded by the Light for the Johanna. We'll see Vikings with the Fury of the Storm, Blunderbuss, Greymane, and Inner Fire for Anduin. So he's going to be going for the Light Bomb upgrade for the movement speed and armor buff. There's a nice Bless Shield into the Light Bomb to answer the Apocalypse of Diablo. Black Hole from Tassadar is thrown out. Sylvanas with an answer of a Wailing Arrow. More Force Walls coming down from Tassadar. Does have that Force Barrier level 20. Diablo's full on souls. He just got those. Massive shove misses from Stukov. Greymane takes an Arcane Orb to the face. One catapult has arrived at the core. We do have another tribute up and available. Vikings have pushed up this wave in top. That'll be the fort down to 50%. And what's our boss timers at? 1 minute 40, 2 minute 12, so we're a ways to go on that. What makes these rats bad? How does rat morality work? Well, it could be like the slang term. We're like, ooh, you so bad. You know, like you don't actually mean it. Like maybe they're like bad to the bone. Leap of Faith will pull the Tassadar to the side here. DeWitt just wants to go in for some sort of engagement after taking the Johanna down on that camp. And Zul'jin Distillery pick up this curse. They've got a lot of work to do, though. They could go and confirm top lane keep and get consistent catapult pressure in this lane. And it does seem like that's going to be the case. Oh, that was a nice jump from the Viking right there. But Diablo comes through and says, nope. Exactly, Jimmy. Exactly. Thank you. Or like when I was in the 3rd grade and Anthony said, man, Chris, those kicks are fat. And I was like, no, they're pretty small. And then Anthony rolled his eyes at me. I think that's the hardest anyone's ever rolled their eyes at me because I did not know what it meant. That's a dive onto the Greymane, an Apocalypse activation attempt, but it doesn't work out. Diablo does have the Hellgate level 20.
That's great news, General. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mal.
On the contrary, I mourn.
Okay.
Led trying to get out of here. More Arcane Orbs coming in from Li Ming. That's going to be a light bomb onto the Johanna. She activates her shield, her blinded by the light as well. Leap of Faith will save French this time. Ding dong low. Can Johanna back off just fine? She steps back in with the shield, or with the Condemn and Shield Glare and stuff. Gets the Iron Skin activation. Steed Charge out. And this defense is top notch coming out from the members of Bad Rats. How are they alive? Health bars did not go to 0. Next question. Though I will say this, bosses are up and available. Bottom lane boss just came back. 35 seconds on the Sylvanas. 7 to 10 in kills, favoring the side of Zul'jin Distillery. Map-wise, though, we are looking at a... Actually, it is an even game, just flipped down the middle axis. So top fort to bottom fort, and then mid keeps, and yeah, wow. A mirrored sort of setup here. Or mirrored axis flip. Anyways. Ugh. At one point, someone said that they've been waiting to see a doctor for a minute and want an update, and then I learned that minute is a slang for yeah. Oh man, I haven't had pizza in a minute, you know, something like that.
Has destroyed a fort.
A minute is a long time. A hot second is even longer. Blizzard's second is super short, but Blizzard's soon TM is forever. Shadow charge from the Diablo into the Johanna, but she had the Iron Skin active. The Blessed Shield comes out. There's going to be her blinded by the light Storm Shield activation. No boss to be really contested. Well, I guess it's going to be leashed is the better way to put it. Li Ming lands more magic missiles, pulling the boss out of the pit. The Shield Glare from Johanna, as well as the Divine Star from Anduin, trying to get some vision on all of this. By the way, boss in top lane is still pushing in. It's down to about a quarter of its HP or less. There's a Force Well from Tassadar. Diablo looks to step in. He Shadow Charges, but that's denied by a Chastise of Anduin. Boss at 50%, but it's been leashed a bunch of times. If they leash it again, I believe it goes back to the point, to the center point, and it heals up immediately. That was actually something I hope they add into Stormgate with some of their camps, because I've been seeing a lot of players do some leash tactics with those camps. I'd like to see them kind of apply the same sort of rule, if you will, that Here's the Storm has, with the multiple releashes. Another Storm Shield activation by the Johanna, looking to step in. Blessed Shield just came off a cooldown. Could be seeing it right here. The curse gets picked up by the Vikings, and things are still pushing in. The Light Bomb comes out. The Blessed Shield will find a couple members in the distance. A Condemned to maybe pull in this Savannah. She gets the Haunting Wave teleport activation, and she is running on out of here. But meanwhile, Greymane still chasing after Lead. Gets slowed down by that weighted pustule. Logical is not going to be giving a reset over to Li Ming just yet, and Diablo shall be taken down. His souls will be consumed. He will be able to respawn here in 1 second. Wailing Earth from Savannah. She bolted the storms away. Li Ming trying to blink over the wall. Unfortunately, blinks into the wall. And this is looking like we're going to be heading into a map number 3, ladies and gentlemen, as Greymane continues to put pressure on... No, it's a Viking, sorry, putting pressure onto Lead. Greymane actually chases down the Sylvanas. Li Ming as well. A spray at the core, and that'll be GG. Map number 2 over the side of Bad Rats. We got a series on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. She went shield. Huh? His name is Robert Paulson. Finishes eating pizza. Haven't had, and waits 1 minute. I haven't had pizza in a minute. That's true. That is true. Minute is slang for a long time. New York minute is slang for a very short time. I've never heard of New York minute before. That's a new one to me. Jana really should have gone Falling Sword upgrade to level 20. Way better than Storm Shield. Thank you, Kaimo. I think Twitch chat missed the fact that it's a joke. Ah, yes! My opportunity to correct someone about Heroes of the Storm. My moment has come. Does Tassadar finish level 1 stacks by the end? No, it is an incomplete quest. Be like Alarak and get both heroics OP. No, you should be like Junkrat. Kaiba won 2 gambles today? I don't believe it. Something's in the water. We're all gonna... You know what? It's the end of the world today. That's gotta be it. That's the only logical answer, that Kaimo wins 2 predictions in a row.
Prepare for combat.
Welcome back, everybody, into the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. Give me 1 second here. I don't know why this is being such a turd, but it decided to be. On the left-hand side, we've got the Bad Rats, who got a score of 1 in this best 3 series. We have a Maiev, Leoric, Anduin, Garrosh, Tychus.
Battle commencing in 10 seconds.
And on the right-hand side is going to be a Zul'jin Distillery with a Lucio, Li Ming, Falstead, Malthael, and Muradin. Excuse me. Oh, God, these settings are so obnoxious. I don't know where the music is. It's on. Where is it? Whatever. Whatever. Trying to give you all quality content here, and the stupid observer mode doesn't let us. But either way, we have our Dragonshire map number 3 of the day. We've got a Twitch prediction for the Falstead Q build, Gathering Storm. How many level 1 stacks will we have by the end of the game? 100 or more, 99 or less. And Tychus is going to go ahead and just clear out this wave. Muradin stepping up as well, takes a bit of damage. Another Groundbreaker going down from Garrosh, but nothing to be picked up right there. He did go Warbreaker level 1. Let's assume that he'll be able to finish out those stacks pretty quickly, especially in the 4-man grouped up team fights. It's so awkward without the little music in the background, but whatever. Stormbolt max range from DeWitt connects onto French right there. A toss onto Lead. Lucio tries to back away. Unfortunately, he's hit with a number of bind and a chastise, and Lucio goes down. First blood over to the right-hand side, and Falstad on 14 stacks already.
Take control of the shrine.
Garrosh Groundbreaker. Almost finding something there, excuse me. We'll have our siege camps to be traded. Oh, Fealty into Death, Spirit of Vengeance, level 1 with the Pursuit of Vengeance, and mid lane Nutcracker trying to back away. Chastise once again comes through, and the Umbral Brine. The CC combination from Bad Rats is absolutely gorgeous to watch right now. Q-build Falstead is worse than E-build Falstead. I don't believe you on that statement. I don't even think you believe in yourself in that statement. Nice toss Groundbreaker combo. Muradin able to dwarf toss away. Tychus with the minigun active. No level 4. He actually just rolled into level 4. Just skimming our talents here as they're coming through. Small experience advantage from those earlier kills. Another Chastise. Toss. Muradin once again able to dwarf toss away. Garrosh getting low. A nice Divine Star heal onto him. Looks like he'll back away. Been a while since I've seen some competitive style HOTS. I do this like every Thursday for like the last months and months on end. Hell, I cast Heroes of the Storm all the time, bud. You're missing out. You're missing out then. You're just missing out. How you doing today? Thanks for coming by the stream. Ooh, grenade going on into Be Freesh. Able to barrel roll away. You're not here all the time? Wait, you don't schedule your entire life around my stream? What the hell? That's so rude. But in the future, Thursdays are always for Heroes of Stormcasting. Thursdays, I always do Heroes of Stormcasting. And then Saturday and Sunday for the foreseeable future will be Heroes of Stormcasting as well. There's a tournament going on this weekend, the next, and the following. I think it's like 3 or 4 weekends in a row we've got a tournament on Saturdays and Sundays. Just if you know, if that entices you. A little Lee Ming combo going on a Ding Dong on this Tychus. Gets chunked below 50%. Niam with a little heal out from the Anduin as well. Level 7 almost here on both sides. Currently looking at 19 stacks for our Falstead. 32 on our Tychus as Falstead rotates to the top lane. Barrel rolls in to this Leoric. That's a big hammering into Vinex. But I don't think they're going to go down.
Hero slain.
Lucio actually in bottom lane is going to be picked off. My apologies. Oh yeah, I mean like there's NGS, there's NGS, there's Heroes Lounge, there's Zul'jin. I think Zul'jin. Oh no, they do Nexomania. That's what it is. It's organized by the Zul'jin Distillery community, I think. Uh-oh. Damage over time from Leoric. Oh, wait, because Fealty into Death gives you a little bit of healing when minions die, right? Yeah, that might have been damage over time for a kill, but beautiful skeletal swing on the minion wave from Leoric right there. Heals up a little bit and is able to hearth out. Either way, like, regardless, that was actually a brilliant call from the Leoric player. But yeah, there's Girls Gank Squad that still goes on. There's tons of tournaments constantly going on for Heroes of the Storm. Between league stuff and tournaments, yeah, we still have a lot of content out there. And I cover most of it. Oh, right, Nexomania CCS. Thank you for real. Thank you. Yes, I misspoke. That's my bad. I know the Zul'jin Distillery community has done something in the past, but I'm blanking on what it is. Oh yeah, there's HOTS if you look for it. The JMM Scrim League? I don't even know what that is. I only know of the GBH Scrim League, the Genji Hanzo Blaze Scrim League. Muradin looks for another Storm Vault. He dwarf tosses away, leaving lands a combo into a few enemies, and I think that's the end of our little scuffle there in the rotation to mid. Siege Giants in bottom lane will clear things out right there. It looks like our Garrosh will kind of displace one of the Siege Giants by a tower, clear that a little bit faster. Leoric's got some work to do in top lane, and we're going to be waiting for those heroics to come through. Actually, Nutcracker stepping in, really chunking into Vinex. Maybe able to take down this Leoric? Nah, he's fine. But Malthael does have really good siege and potential in this top lane. I apologize. I'm looking at the solo lane hoping for kills, but the kills happen over here in the bottom lane on an attempt to invade this camp. They won't be able to invade the camp, but still, finding the kill onto Muradin and Falstead is not too bad. It's going to be your Holy Word Salvation you actually saw right there. Warlord's Challenge, Commandeer Odin, Entomb, and our Warden's Cage. On the right side, High Five Lucio, Wave of Force Li Ming. As well as our Gust, Last Rites, and Muradin Avatar. Moon and Sun Shrines will be held by the opposing sides. 6-0 in kill. Currently flawless game for the members of Bad Rats, who are looking like they've woken up after map number 2. Map 1 definitely was feeling really Zul'jin Distillery sided. Map 2, a lot more swayed over to the left, and maybe, just maybe, the reverse sweep is possible. That's going to be a nice combination into our Falstead. He does go down. Spirit of Vengeance in from French. Last Rites onto the Garrosh. He does get taken out from that. Li Ming gets a reset, trying to find another. The Warden's Cage coming down from Maiev. And Lucio's picked off. Li Ming trying to get out of the Warden's Cage. A Fan of Knives would be enough to take her down, but Tychus actually finds the kill. French will be picked off by the Malthael. Bit of a bloodbath here in bottom lane as Falstead just respawned from the earlier kill. And Muradin holds bottom lane, but Leoric holds the top. Tychus steps in, he activates the minigun and starts chunking into Muradin, whose avatar just now expires. A dash forward, and Tychus can't sustain the damage. Hey Baha, how are you today? I am good today, Random. I'm sorry, I don't know why I read your message so weird. For some reason, my brain thought you were asking about my back. But I'm good, thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well as well. Got a lot of fun today. A lot of fun in the stream plan today. Heroes casting and some Baldur's Gate with crowd control. If you don't know what that is, stick around, you'll see. Spirit of Vengeance in. DeWitt tries to get away. Anduin, do you have a Divine Start? No, he doesn't have any damage from that. Alrighty, well, DeWitt's able to get a bunch of healing from his trait. He did go into Third Wind level 1. Chastise from Anduin does find this Muradin. He gets a high five from Lead. Misses the Stormbolt. Dragonite will expire just above the bottom lane. A level lead to the left side. 9-2 in kills. Chastise. Li Ming blinks in and gets a reset off of the Maiev. A leap of faith to pull Ding Dong to safety. Logical tried to back away. The Wave of Force denying that. A Groundbreaker goes down, and that'll be a dead Garrosh on the right side of our screen. Double reset for Li Ming. Double kill for the side of Zul'jin Distillery, who do not want that reverse sweep to happen. Baldur's Gate 3. You might have missed it, but I was talking about it in Discord. I got early access to Baldur's Gate 3 through crowd control. Oh, it's going to be really fun. And then tomorrow is Resident Evil 7 crowd control. Well, high fives from Lucio. A pull onto DeWitt. Muradin lands a Stormbolt into this Tychus. Oh, that's a wonderful Holy Word Salvation. And Tomb on the right-hand side. I think I saw Last Rites go out as well. French is getting some Fan and Knife resets, and this Tychus is just chunking through the enemies. Muradin, though, is trying to back away, but he dead. He's like, I'll Dwarf Toss away! And then Anduin's right there with a Chastise to the face. I am gonna look. I did get access to all of the crowd control games that have early access, so I might look through it tonight and see if maybe there's a different horror game we could do for tomorrow. Because we have done Resident Evil 7 crowd control, but I do love that game so much. It is probably one of the best of the franchise.
Harness the power of sun and moon. Put an end to this cursed realm.
Alright, Siege Camp will be grabbed over here. We're going to be waiting for Leoric and, my gosh, Malthael in top lane. It does seem like our Falstead's going to rotate up here, and so he's going to deny this Leoric, yeah. Leoric's like, yeah, I got to get out of this. Ooh, speaking of getting out of things, DeWitt activated that avatar. Managed to Dwarf Toss away from the enemy engagement. Enemy engagement. They were trying to find a pre-16 fight, but it doesn't work out. So now, Bad Rats, Odin summoned. They're going to start just pushing in through bottom lane. Siege Giants will be... one of them's going to be cleared away by the Lucio. A gust from Falstead. Uh-oh, that's definitely a dead Leoric. But no, wait, the Entomb The Entomb is actually really good right now. I thought Leoric was the one in trouble, but it was mostly that Falstad, unable to get away. A Stormbolt from Muradin, an ally toss to put Leoric in a better position. One Siege Giant remains in bottom, pushing on in. More magic missiles being thrown in by Li Ming. Groundbreaker over the wall. Divine Star just to poke onto the wave. Garrosh getting chunked a little bit right there. The siege, though, does continue. More Arcane Orbs poking out. Does have that reset level 4 potential. And the Triumvirate. Alright, Leoric clears up mid. We've got Maiev going to camp for top lane. She went to Pursuit of Vengeance level 1, so no nice Memento. Moon Shrine in the bottom lane, grabbed by our red side crew. And they could get Dragonite, but no, Garrosh will be able to get to this point in time. Maiev will be in mid as well in case they need a Fan of Knives, deny once. But yeah, Garrosh was already seen moving through the wave. No way Nutcracker could have gotten that in time. It is even talent tiers on both sides. 17 to 16. Leoric in bottom lane. He'll be taken down, unfortunately. How many stacks of Malthea did he? I think he used Last Rites right there. He might have used... I'm not 100% sure. Either way. Leoric able to get a drain onto Nutcracker here. Cheat a little bit of that death timer. And with Leoric dead, they're going to go in for this invade. The Odin is going to be summoned. Ding Dong at about 50%. Groundbreaker down from Garrosh finishes his level 1. There's going to be a huge Warden's Cage. Gust from Falstad to push the enemies back. Another hammering going out to the enemy squad. Odin still getting great damage in. There's a Leoric Entomb as he just now respawns. He needs to cancel that so his allies can get in here a little bit faster. Ally toss on a French who has an Umbral Bind immediately, and Muradin does go down. Beautifully done from Bad Rats as Beefreesh is trying to get away. The drain from Leoric is pretty good. Does he get that last little bit of damage burst? Falstad able to barrel roll away, and Leoric will not be able to chase. Okay, Falstad lives. But this is Dragonite over the side of Bad Rats. And for those wondering, Falstad, 56 stacks on his Q build.
Fire comes for you.
No level 4 completion for Lucio, 3 stacks in the last rites for the Malthael. We've got 5 piercing light stacks for the Anduin, 49 stacks on the Mithril Mace for Leoric, and 123 stacks for your Tychus in the Rhythm. Kick onto Lucio. Mid lane keep front gate continues to be opened up. Maiev pushing up the bottom lane wave. Not going to be prioritizing bottom. Often that's the case since there's 3 camps to feed him through bottom lane, but they say, you know what? We've got mid lane wave arriving. We've got a catapult here already. Let's just keep pressuring onto the enemy. Nutcracker pushed away with a kick from the Dragonite. The mid lane keep does go down. The Gust from Falstad doesn't get the displacement he's hoping for, and almost Falstad. Oh my god, the max range grenade from Tychus does come through. There's going to be a Warlord challenge as well as the Holy Word Salvation interrupted by a wave of force of Li Ming. Ankle shot with a high five from Lucio. The overkill, and the Tychus grenade does not find ankle shot this time.
The red team's core is in peril.
Meanwhile, though, bottom lane minion wave is thin. Catapult has arrived here as well, but it seems like this is going to be a double keep phase from the side of Bad Rats. The damage is available. The defenses, I mean, they're poked from Li Ming. If she can get a reset, that'd be huge. Unfortunately, the health bars are not looking low enough where this is going to happen. And honestly, I don't even know if... Did you really need the bottom lane keep? I feel like they could have just started working on core at this point. That is going to give death timers over to the enemy. Yeah, I feel like they could have got mid... After getting mid keep and having the double kill and everything, I feel like they really could have stepped in and got some damage on the core. Maybe not game winning or game ending, but even then, even if you were to suicide all your members on core, the enemy still has to go through a lot of structures, and you might have actually been able to suicide and win there through mid. That all aside, let's get back into it, though. Siege Giants will be grabbed for bottom. Bruiser Camp can be grabbed as well. I doubt we see an invade into this. They could with the 20 talent tier advantage, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that. Tychus clears the wave, and this will be double camp for bottom. They're going to stack that up. On the note of heroics here, all heroics are available.
Another challenge.
Yeah, I think they could have stepped up there random. I absolutely think they could have stepped up there. Li Ming is treacherous. She is one of the top defenders at a course, and she can get tons of triumvirate value and just constantly throw in the arcane orbs and whittle down the enemies. So there is that to be afraid of. But now, I mean, they're just kind of stepping up right here. Li Ming is caught out. I think she already used her blink. There's a Wave of Force. There's a Holy Word Salvation denied by the Gust of Falstad. A Warlord's Challenge. Li Ming does get deleted. Lucio is able to high-five away from the Warden's Cage since he does have the Unstoppable in the activation in his roller skate to the ally. Odin's been summoned. Level 20s here as well for Artychus. He actually went into the Bob and Weave level 20. Either way, though, Li Ming dead for 40 seconds. The core shielding is starting to drop. The Odin is still at a quarter of its time left. Nutcracker looking for a low health bar to throw last rites onto. Does he get the activation before going down? He does, but it's not on the right target. I think they were looking for French on the Maiev, who's going to be able to get leapt away by the Anduin. The Falstad, the double leap is so good from Anduin. Beautifully done. No Chymo Cleanse coming up from Niam this game. Muradin, or Garrosh, excuse me, unfortunately will go down. And the core is going to be down to 85%. Another Dragon Knight's available. We currently have top lane for besieged by minions. 87 stacks for the Twitch prediction, which out of nowhere, apparently no one wants to gamble on Falstad. Okay, so note to self, never do Falstad gambles, because that's the only thing people don't want to gamble on. Kael'thas Regeneration Globes, all day. Tassadar Q build, all day. Falstad Q build, never. Naya's going to be trying to Hearth out here. Looks like they'll be able to, they'll have to reset once or move and then start the channel once again since the enemies were stepping up a bit in bottom lane. But we are just getting close to a Dragonite potential for Zul'jin Distillery. But as I mentioned, they've got a long way to go. Still need to get through a bottom lane fort. Entomb with the Buried Alive almost finds the Falstad, but he was already kind of out of that, so he gets pushed to the side. Little Flame Breath on the mid lane fort. Minion Wave's going to crash in. Li Ming helps out as well as Falstad there. You got here late to gamble. A likely story. Dragonite kicks the Tychus away. Huge damage onto Anduin, who gets the ally toss. Muradin activates the rewind. Dwarf tossing in. There's going to be a high five from Lucio's. Li Ming lands a huge combination into Vinix and does go down. Meanwhile, Maiev in the backline trying to make a play. The Spirit of Vengeance goes in. Jukes the enemies for a second. The Leap of Faith from Anduin does come through. Mid-vault of the Wardens. Muradin dwarf tossing in, looking to be aggressive here, but was this a mistake? Gets thrown around. The Avatar was activated. There's going to be a Holy Word Salvation from Anduin. He did go Light of the Stormwind. Holy crap, that's a huge gust from Falstad into the corner. French will go down. Ding Dong will be dung. And this will be bottom lane keep going down. Have the members of Zul'jin Distillery shut this map down? I mean, it's a 10 kill difference. They were struggling through the map, and they find a godlike gust at the end. Absolutely heroic plays coming out from Zul'jin Distillery. And wait, Leorix is going to be able to respawn here. A few enemies are tossed inside the Buried Alive. That will expire. Falstad throws another hammering in. The core shielding is dropping, and so is the health bar. 59%. A Wave of Force on a Vinix looking for the reset. Li Ming trying to throw in damage here. It's connecting all into the core. It looks like, yes, this will be map number 3 over to the side of Zul'jin Distillery. They shut down Bad Rats and take the series 2-1. All right, well, Falstad had 100 or more, so to the one believer, your channel points go back to you. Yeah, I agree, Random. I think if they had pulled the trigger for that mid lane siege onto core, I think that could have been their game. And, like, even if they all die at the core, I think they would have gotten it down to a very diveable percent.